Anjanashala Uन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्य। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे भूतैर्महद्भिर्यमा पुरो विभु निर्मायशेते यदमुषु पूरुष भूते गुणान् षोडश षोडशात्मक सोऽलङ्कृशिष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे श्रीकृष्ण शरणं शरणागतम् कथामृतं सततपीतम् भक्ति वेदांत मार्ग पंथनम सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्म प्रसन्नम सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्म प्रसन्नम. Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and Mataji's. So welcome to the morning Bhagavatam class. So yesterday we were looking at this very nice verse, ninth verse of the 11th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Darshayam stad vidam sloka atmano vritya vashyatam ratasyo vahavai harsham bhagavan balacheshtitaihi. And the significant words we looked and discussed was that the Supreme Lord, although He's all-powerful and par excellence in His majesty, He becomes Atmano himself, Pritya Vashyatam, under the control of his devotees, due to the love of the devotees. And the Brajavasis have the pure love for Krishna, and Krishna wants to make them happy, Vaiharsham. And to that extent, although Krishna has nothing to do, but in his form as Bala, as a little boy, he is also endeavoring. So one of the themes of the Damodar pastimes was that we have to endeavor to invoke Lord's mercy. But here we see that also Lord endeavors. Cheshtitehi means endeavor or trying. But the Lord also is endeavoring to give happiness to his pure devotees. So why wouldn't we do devotional service onto Krishna? Let's move on to the next verse. That's number 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vinihi bhuphalaniti Shrutva Satvaramachyutah Phalarti Dhanyamadaya Yayau Sarva Phalapradaha. So now we have moved into another section within the chapter. It seems that few days have gone past and Krishna is now here displaying another pastime with the fruit vendor lady. Translation. Once a woman selling fruit was calling, O inhabitants of Rajbhumi, if you want to purchase some fruit, come here. Upon hearing this, Krishna immediately took some grains and went to barter, as if he needed some fruits. Would anyone like to read the paper, please?
Prabhu, can I read?
Please, Mataji, go ahead.
Aborigines generally go to the villages to sell fruits. How much the Aborigines were attached to Krishna is here described. Krishna, to show his favor to the Aborigines, would immediately go purchase fruits, battering with paddy in his hand as he had seen others do. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hmm. So it seems that Krishna had seen this barter system going on and how one exchanges some grains for some other articles or fruits. And seemingly, here also, when Krishna heard the words of the Aborigine woman, he actually went out with some grains in his hands. Let's look at word to word. Trinihi, please come in pages. Bho, O neighborhood residents. Phalani, ripe fruits. So this is the Aborigine woman. Iti, thus, Shrutva, hearing, Satvaram, very soon, Achyutaha, Krishna. Phalarthi, as if he wanted some fruits. Dhanyam, Adaya, capturing some grains of paddy. Yayo went to the fruit vendor. Sarva Phalaprada, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can give all kinds of fruit to everyone, had now become in need of fruit. Such a wonderful ways this is. Usually we see in this country that there is a great seemingly injustice or discrimination that had happened, and even in now days is done to its indigenous people. But we see here that Krishna actually had no such disposition. He actually very nicely interacted with this Aborigine woman who was devotee of Krishna. So as she was calling out, Krinihi vo phala niti, O residents of Rajbhumi, please come and buy some ripe fruits. And as soon as Krishna heard Shrutva, Satvaram, the very soon, there was no delay on Krishna's part. This word is very significant. What does Achyutaha mean? Anyone?
Infallible.
Yes, very, very nice one, Ji. Infallible. So this is one name of Krishna. One who does not choot, means does not fall, is Achyuta, is infallible. Meaning Krishna never fails. Krishna never fails, especially to reciprocate with devotees. Now, he became Phalarthi. Phalarthi means as if he wanted some fruits. But Shukdev Goswami goes on to say, but Krishna himself is Sarva Phalapradaha. He is actually giver of fruits to everyone. We do karma, and Krishna gives us the fruit of that karma. In Bhagavad Gita, we see the verse, Karmanyeva adhikarasyate. Our adhikar is only to do karma. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Our adhikar is not on the fruits. It is Krishna actually who can give us fruit. Ma karma phala hetu bhur. We are not the cause of the fruit. Krishna is the cause of the fruit. However, mate sangosti akarmani. The general tendency of the living entity then is that if Krishna is the enjoyer of fruits, if Krishna is the cause of the fruit, then why we should do any karma, any activity? But Krishna in the last line says that mate sangosti akarmani. Don't be akarmani. Don't be attached not to do your karma, your activity. But in all circumstances, if at all any fruits we give, any fruits we get, it is from Krishna. He gives us the results of our work, and therefore his name here is Sarva Phalaprada. He gives the fruits to everyone. So one who gives fruits to everyone has now become Phalarati, in need of fruit. He wants to eat fruit. And for that purpose, Bala Cheshtitai, what cheshta, what endeavor did Krishna do? Dhanyam adaya. He took some paddy grains on his hands. Uh, Now remember, Krishna is about 3 years, 4 months old, and he took some grains in his hands and started going out of the house towards the fruit vendor lady who was just outside the courtyard of Nand Maharaj. So let's look at text number 11. फलविक्रयिणी तस्या च्युताधान्यकरद्वयम् फलैरपूरयत् रत्ने फलभाण्डम् अपूरिचा. Translation. While Krishna was going to the fruit vendor very hastily, most of the grains he was holding fell. Nonetheless, the fruit vendor filled Krishna's hands with fruits, and her fruit basket was immediately filled with jewels and gold. It's very interesting. Let's look at the word to word. Palapikraini, the Aborigine fruit vendor who was an elderly woman, Tasya of Krishna, Chuta Dhanya, the paddy he brought to Bhatha having mostly fallen. So in the previous verse, Krishna is described as Achyuta, one who is infallible or one who never fails. But here, immediately Shukdev Goswami describes Krishna as not Achyuta, but Chuta Dhanya. Chuta means he failed. What did he fail in? He failed to keep the paddy grains in his hand as he walked very hastily towards the fruit vendor in desire to have those fruit. He became falarthi. Most of the paddy grains that fell from his hand. Now, Achyuta became Chuta. But even though the fruit, even though the grains, it slipped from his hand, he still did not fail to reciprocate with the love of the fruit vendor lady. The fruit vendor lady did not say, "Oh, Krishna, go away," because the grains that is left in your hand, and it was very few grains left in Krishna's hand, are not enough for you to barter. These fruits are more valuable than the grains that remain in your hand. She actually, Krishna put all the grains that was left in his hand, which wasn't much, into the basket of the fruit vendor lady, and the fruit vendor lady filled Krishna's hands as much as possible. Krishna could hold with all the fruits, and being very happy and pleased, Krishna smiled and he started walking back to his house. And in the meantime, what happened? Phale apuryayat ratnai. Phale apuryat, the fruit vendor filled his small hands with fruits, and in return, ratnai phalabhandam, the in exchange for jewels and gold, phalabhandam, the basket of fruit, apuricha, filled. So the fruit vendor lady filled Krishna's hand with all the fruits, and in return, the fruit vendor lady's fruit basket became filled with all the jewels. Who can reciprocate like this except for Krishna? Anyone would like to read the purport, please?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
In Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahartam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna is so kind that if everyone or anyone offers him a leaf, a fruit, a flower, or some water, he will immediately accept it. The only condition is that these things should be offered with bhakti. Yome bhaktya prayachati. Otherwise, if one is puffed up with false prestige, thinking, I have so much opulence and I am giving something to Krishna, one's offering will not be accepted by Krishna. The fruit vendor, although a woman belonging to the poor Aborigine class, dealt with Krishna with great affection, saying, Krishna, you have come to me to take some fruit in exchange for grains. All the grains have fallen, but still, you may take whatever you like. Thus, she filled Krishna's palms with whatever fruits he could carry. In exchange, Krishna filled her whole basket with jewels and gold. From this incident, one should learn that for anything offered to Krishna with love and affection, Krishna can reciprocate many millions of times over, both materially and spiritually. The basic principle involved is an exchange of love. Therefore, Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita 9.27 Yat karoshi yadashnasi yachuhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. With love and affection, one should try to give something to Krishna from one's source of income. Then one's life will be successful. Krishna is full in all opulences. He does not need anything from anyone. But if one is prepared to give something to Krishna, that is for one's own benefit. The example given in this connection is that when one's real face is decorated, the reflection of one's face is automatically decorated. Similarly, if we try to serve Krishna with all opulences, we, as parts and parcels or reflections of Krishna, will become happy in exchange. Krishna is always happy, for he is Atmarama, fully satisfied with his own opulence. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Such a wonderful paper by Srila Prabhupada, and so many wonderful points are mentioned in here. I'll actually leave the forum open for all devotees to express any points that really hit them and would like to discuss. Anyone? Okay, you can. Yes, please, Mataji, go ahead.
You know, the point here mentioned that Krishna being Atmaram, he doesn't need anything from us, only for our own benefit that we will, if we offer anything or if we like make any endeavor towards Krishna, it's only for our own benefit. It's not for. Krishna doesn't need anything from us. That's quite. Of course, we all know that, but then we tend to forget this. It's a very important point. Krishna is like ultimately it's for our own benefit. Whatever material world that Krishna has given to us is come back to spiritual world. All the facilities is to to use them so that we can go back to Krishna. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Mataji, thank you so much for that point. We become very selfish, and we don't realize actually because we usually use the material equation. What is material equation? That if we give something, if I give $10, then I have lost $10. However, that is true in material sense, but in spiritual calculation, if we give $10, then even materially we won't lose $10, we will gain much more than $10, and spiritually we also get much more than $10. It is invaluable. This equation materialists or non-devotees cannot understand, but the devotees can understand. Therefore, one of the themes, when we were doing fundraising, we had quoted these verses, was give to gain. When we give, we actually gain. Krishna actually doesn't need anything. As Mataji very nicely said, he's described as Atmarama. Atmarama means he's self-satisfied. And Prabhupada actually mentions one of the verses that Prahlad Maharaj sings here in this translation. He doesn't quote the verse, but he gives the gist of the translation of the verse. That verse Prahlad Maharaj says is, Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalabha purno. He says, Naivatmana prabhur ayam nijalabha purno. Oh my Lord, Prabhu, you don't need anything. You are nijalabha purnam. You are complete in yourself, and you don't desire to gain labha, anything. Manam janadavitu karuno vinite. But the foolish people, avidusaha, they think that, oh, my, like, poor Lord, he needs something. We may think, oh, Krishna, needs some food. Krishna needs some fruits. Krishna needs some money. Or Brisbane Bhakti Yoga, they need some money. Actually, nothing is needed because Krishna is supplying everything. Manam jana avidusaha karuno vrinite. However, karuno vrinite, it is his karuna, his mercy, that he is giving us an opportunity to become instrument to give something. And when we give something, actually we are gaining it. Manam janadavidu saha karuno vinite. That is karuna of Krishna. Yad yad jano bhagavate vidadhita mana. Yad yad jano. Whoever personalities, whoever person, bhagavate vidadhita mana, they gave to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What happened to them? Tachatmane pratimukhas yayatha mukhashri. Tachatmane pratimukhasya yatha mukhashri. Whoever gave to Krishna, they actually gained. What is that gaining? That gaining is like we actually are giving to ourselves when we are giving to Krishna. Because yasmin tushnam jagan tushnam, that when we give to Krishna, Krishna is the digestive force of all the universe. We see that Draupadi offered one piece of grain to Krishna. And with that one piece of grain, Krishna became fully satisfied because the main ingredient of the offering was love. Prabhupada mentions here, bhaktya uprutam or bhaktya prayachati. Prayachati, again, prayachati is another word for endeavor. So Krishna accepts our endeavor of the offering. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. If we look at word-to-word translation of 9.26, prayachati again is described as endeavor. So this is, I think, the sixth synonym of the word parishram or endeavor. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean that one who takes the offering to Krishna, only that is counted as an offering. No, the cook who has been cooking in the kitchen for 3 hours, and they have made loving preparation for Krishna, that endeavor that they have put with love and devotion, actually that is the offering that Krishna accepts. Krishna accepts the endeavor. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tad aham bhakti parupam. Upon having received that loving offering, Krishna ashnami. Krishna accepts that. Prayatatmanaha. But when Krishna accepts that offering, what happens? Tachatmane pratimukhasya yatha mukhashri. It is as if, the pratimukha means the reflection in the mirror. So when we decorate ourselves, we put nice tilak on, Mataji's, may put earrings on, they may put makeup on, whatever. Guess what? You have put it on yourself. But the reflection in the mirror also appears to be decorated. Similarly, when we give to Krishna, we also seem to have received it like the decoration that we put on ourselves. Tachatmane pratimukhasya yatha mukha shri. That offering actually satisfies us. When Krishna actually is in no need of it. Such nice example Prabhupada has given in a wonderful paper. And the most astonishing thing about Krishna in this pastime is that although he is Achyuta, infallible, but Chuta Dhanya, but he failed to carry all the grains slipped from his hands. But one thing he never failed, and he will never fail, is to reciprocate. Although the grains fell from his hand, still Ratnai Phala Bhandam, the fruit basket of the fruit vendor lady, became filled with Ratnai, the jewels, precious jewels. Apuricha became filled in this way. So when we actually give an offering to Krishna and we offer our lives to Krishna, the whole purpose of this daily Srimad Bhagavatam class is that we make an offering to Krishna every day, not only of Bhoga, not only of Lakshmi, but ultimately Atma Nivedanam, ultimately offering ourselves to Krishna and ultimately becoming employees of Krishna and working for Krishna. When we actually make such an offering, then we will realize that no, Krishna reciprocates. There'll be no lacking of him maintaining us. There'll be no lacking of him nourishing us. And there'll be no lacking of him protecting us. At all levels of our needs, Krishna will fulfill. Because Tachat Mane Pratimukhasya Yatha Mukha Shri, because our offering is like decorating ourselves. How we decorate Krishna, but when we look at Krishna, we actually have decorated ourselves because we are Pratibimba. Krishna is Bimba. Bimba means the original form, and we are Pratibimba. Pratibimba means the reflection. And whatever is Bimba, that is Pratibimba. The reflection will be the same. So that offering actually, we get many times much more, because by the time Krishna reciprocates, he reciprocates far beyond what he actually is given. So any questions or comments, Prabhus and Matajis?
Prabhu,
Yes, Neil Madhav, Hare Krishna.
I love playing soccer, but how do I make that an offering?
So there are some offerings we can make directly, some offerings which will be indirect. So Krishna also in Vrindavan plays with ball. So you can actually pray like this, that, oh Krishna, how you've prayed with your friends in Vrindavan, one day I'd also like to play like that with you. And so bless me in that way. So at the start of doing any activity, we have to do sankalpa. Sankalpa means the intention. So if our intention is to play with Krishna in any sports, in the next few verses we'll see, very apt you ask this question, that Krishna is playing with his friends and Mother Yashoda is calling him. And Krishna also, like, you boys, young boys, is like, is very much, wanting to play with his friends. In Sanskrit, playing is called krida. So Krishna enjoys a lot of sports. So as an offering, you can make it with the intention that Krishna, at the moment I'm playing soccer here, but my real intention is one day in Golok Vrindavan or wherever you enact your pastime, please include me in the spots of your pastime. but very important to have that intention, have that sankalpa.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu Mataji's. And children, Arnada is joining as well. Neil Madhav is setting a very good example. Hope other children follow it as well. Have a lovely Krishna conscious day. Krishna willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning, same time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.